Hey guys, how's it going? Happy Friday. Let me set up this room real quick and then we can get started. So let's see, today's April 30th. So there we go with April. April's pretty much done for the most part. Let's get this all set up and we can catch that morning scalp if possible. Let me check if there's news today. Some Canadian news. It's already passed, so I think we're good for the most part. Let's see. US 30 looks like it's been dropping since London Open over here. Yeah, London Open's been dropping. We'll see how it moves moving forward. See how it looks like pre-market. I think everything should be probably red right now. Or no, actually, they're actually green. Let's see. Nope, I was right. They're all red. So the Dow is red, S&P's red, Nasdaq's red. So all the indices have been red this morning. We'll see what happens when the market actually opens up, because it does look like looks like they've been downtrend ever since the market opened. So let me just get this link sent out to everybody over here. Hey, what's up, Peter? Morning. Morning, Win. Let me get this link out to you guys here in the premium. Just sent over the Zoom link to you guys there in the premium, so you guys are good right there. Let's see. Nice. Looks like you guys locked in some profit overnight. Tam locked in some pretty solid profit. Also, Angela locked in about 600 this morning. Nice. All right, cool. So I'll take a look in a little bit. I'll pull up right now. Let me get the Zoom link out, or the YouTube link actually out to everyone real quick. Let me just mute everybody here. There we go. All right, we got about 6 minutes until market open. Get this going over here. And right there. This over. All right, let me just send this over real quick. Got about 6 minutes, so I'm not in too much of a rush right now. I'm going to go and analyze US 30, and let's see. So it looks like a sell right now off of 10-minute. Yeah, so it is in a downtrend right now, the 10-minute right here. Also on the 3-minute, also on the 1-minute here. So we'll follow it through, and we'll see how it moves from here. I mean, obviously our bias is going to be for a sell. I'm still trying to figure out what the sweet spot is for this. It is Friday. It might move a little erratic, but we'll try to catch a sell, if it comes down. So let me just get this link sent out real quick to everyone else. Check this over here. Morning, Shawn. Morning, Trell. Morning, everybody. Let's get this finished up. All right. So we got about 5 minutes left. We got quite a bit of some time. I'm still debating if I want to enter right away. It seems like whenever I enter right away, it becomes iffy. If I don't enter right away, it goes straight to TP. So we'll see how it looks when market opens. I'm probably not going to enter right away. If anything, I'll just enter late, and I'll just catch some profits, or I'll give away some profits. Just so that we have that confirmation that it's actually, going that direction. It is Friday, so it is kind of risky to be trading today anyways. But we'll see how this ends up moving. Still got 4 minutes left, so we're doing all right now. Let's refresh my MT4 because it freezes up on me. think we're good right here. Yeah, and if it ends up swinging up, then I'm probably not going to take it. I'm not going to take it, and I'm probably just going to wait to see what happens next. What I'm assuming right now is going to happen is this will probably swing up a little bit, and then I think once it hits like 630, which will be around here, it'll just come crashing down. Because looking at the other time frames over the 10-minute, it's still in a downtrend. Same with 3-minute here. So we'll see where it goes from here. It might just be ranging within this point until market actually opens. But we'll wait for that confirmation. So we got about 3 minutes left. Got my MT4 ready. Yeah, I think everything's set for the most part. All right, cool. Looks like we're solid. All right, we got about 2 minutes and 10 seconds left till market open. And if you guys are brand new here and you guys aren't familiar with what we're doing here, I don't recommend taking this trade. Basically, we're waiting for the market to open, identify its momentum. Basically, the direction is going to be moving for the rest of the session, or the first half of U.S. session, and then from there, we will take this trade. So let me see. All right, we got about 1 minute and 20 seconds left. Looks like it's coming down like we anticipated. Yeah, looks like all of the indices here are red. So the Dow is red, S&P is red, Nasdaq's red, oil's red, 10-year bond is red as well. So we'll see where it goes. I mean, they're all pretty deep. Well, they're not that deep in the red. They're like 0.5%, 0.7%, but it's gonna be an indicator of where price is gonna move on open over here. If it moves in that direction, then we'll see. All right, we got about 40 seconds left for candle open. We'll see where it goes from here, and then we'll decide whether we want to take it or not. All right, 30 seconds. And just a reminder, we're not taking the opening candle. We're going to wait for the opening candle to play out. I might even wait for the first 2 candles to play out. And then from there, I'll decide whether I want to enter this or not. It is Friday, so it is going to be a lot riskier than it normally is. And this whole week has just been off anyways. It's been kind of back and forth. So let's see. We got 10 seconds left on this candle. Let's see where it goes from this point. All right, 5 seconds. 1. There we go. So it looks like it's dropping like we thought it would. If it continues to drop, we'll probably hop into this. But like I mentioned, I'm probably going to wait a bit before we actually hop into it. Let's see where we're at. Yeah, if it ends up swinging up, I'm probably not going to take it, but I'll be following it in case if I decide to. A little late. So we got about 20 seconds left on here. It does have a bearish bias. So we'll see where this candle closes. And then I might just make a late entry. I don't think I'm going to enter right now. I'll tell you guys when I do enter. But it doesn't look very smooth right now. Big wick off the bottom, so I don't really want to enter it just yet. If it comes back down, then I'll enter it. All right, there goes that candle. I'm not entering it yet. I'm going to wait a bit. If anything, I might enter it when it comes back down. See, big swing back up right there. I might try to get in for a discount if possible. I'm not in it yet. Yeah, because right here on the 10-minute, it is coming down. It's rejecting off the pivot right there. 3 minutes also rejecting off the pivot right there. Right but I might catch it as it comes back down. If it comes back down, that's the thing. I'm not gonna try to get in for a discount over here. I'm gonna wait for it to come down here, and then once it confirms that it's actually dropping, then yeah, I'll probably hop into it. But right now, it's just too risky. Look at these huge wicks on both sides. That just shows indecisiveness in price, right? Because there's still 8 minutes left on this candle right here. See how it's still pushing up right there? I'm gonna wait. Because what might happen is it'll probably swing up pretty heavy, and then it'll just come all the way back down like it did, I think it was Monday. Yeah, Monday and Tuesday this happened, where it ended up going really high up, and then it ended up coming like right way back down to where it was originally. Because we do have a rejection right here. You guys can see the rejection on the 10-minute. Thinking about hopping in right now. Yeah, I'm gonna hop in. Let me see if I want to hop back into this thing. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna hop in right here, but I'm gonna watch it, and I'm probably gonna close out early. So I'm in the position now. It's 250 right there. 500 down here. Let's see. Yeah, just a reminder, guys, if you guys only enter this if you know what we're doing here, because this is a really risky trade, it being Friday, and with price going back and forth. I'm currently in it right now. I might exit early though. I'm gonna watch it, see where it goes. If I don't feel comfortable with it, I'm gonna pull out and profit. Because it is bouncing around a lot. Yeah, it is dropping there on the 10-minute. Nice rejection there off the 3-minute. And then here it is bouncing around on the 1-minute. So we'll watch it and see where it goes from here. Let's check the other indices over here. Yeah, CNBC shows all red right here. They said stocks fall despite blowout earnings from Amazon. Dow drops 150 points. Yeah, so it's kind of I don't know. It's just a weird movement because the earnings reports were good, but then the indexes are still dropping, right? Like you guys can see right here from this news event, there's just a lot of stuff like the market just isn't moving how it normally should be, or like it's not moving smoothly. So I'll see where it goes from here. If it keeps bouncing around a lot, I might just close out in profit. I'm already in profit about 1,000 right now, so I'm gonna let it drop a little more, and then I might just exit out once it reaches a little lower. Yeah, I personally just don't really like how it's moving right now. Yeah, look at that spiking around right now. I think the next time it drops, I'm probably gonna just pull out. Damn, I had a huge spike. I was in profit already like a couple thousand, and then it swung all the way back up. All right, let's see what else is over here. Yeah, as you guys can see, US 30 is really moving erratically. It's going back and forth. It's usually moving a little bit directional at this point, but right now it's just moving back and forth. So I'm gonna keep watching it, and I'll see where it goes from here. And then if I do pull out, I'll let you guys know, because it is bouncing around like way too much right now. I don't really like it when it bounces like this, because usually it should move directional by this time. So we're already 5 minutes into the market. Like I mentioned, I don't set a TP stop loss, so I just watch it to not get caught in any of these spikes, because sometimes it'll spike up and it'll spike back down. So I don't set a stop loss. I just have a mental stop loss so that I close it manually, if I don't feel comfortable with the position. Well, we'll see where it goes. Huge wick off the top right there. See, this candle has about a minute left. Let's see. Yeah, see the 3-minute right here? It's just not it doesn't look like it's really moving how it should right there. I should just close that when I was like 1,000 in profit, but it's all good. I'm gonna wait for it to move around a bit. But when it does drop again, I'm probably just gonna close out in profit. There you go with the drop again. Just don't like the movement of it today. Well, this whole week, actually. If you guys followed us the past 2 weeks, we've been applying the strategy for, I think, 1 or 2 weeks now, or maybe 2 weeks. Yeah. So the past 2 weeks, it's been straight to profit. We didn't really have to deal with it pulling back like this and just pretty much ranging on open. Because when it opens, usually there's a huge rush of volatility where it just goes in one direction, and then it retraces after the first 10 minutes. This week, though, it's just been really unusual. I know the the FANG reports did come out. That's what Jeff. Let's see what Jeff said. Jeff said 33,962. Counts way up there, bro. Jeff said 33,000. Yeah, so we said that's a point of control pivot on US 30. So we'll see where that goes. Yeah. No, I get what you're saying, Jeff. Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, yeah, it's like far out, because our stop is like right there. So I don't want it to go that far out. But yeah, no, it's good to know. So Jeff here, he's like one of our like more experienced stock guys. He's been trading stocks for like 10, 11 years now. You've been trading stocks for a long time. So he knows more about like these specific indexes than we do. Obviously I know how to trade these regarding technicals, but Jeff knows a lot of the fundamentals. So we usually listen in when he has something to say about the US 30. Because he was pretty spot on Monday, Tuesday. Because on Monday, Tuesday, we didn't know what was going on with US 30. And, his insight definitely helped us out to understand why the market was moving weird. I mean, why it's been moving weird this whole week, generally. He mentioned it last week, what was causing these movements. So we are letting this play out. Just said, Shawn knows how to trade. I just like the pretty charts. Yeah, no, definitely, bro. You're on point with your analysis too, though. Your analysis of mine regarding US 30 is pretty on point. We use your fundamentals with my technicals, and it's almost always spot on. So here we go as it drops back down. I hate when US 30 moves like this. But we still have about, let's see, we got about a minute left on this 10-minute candle where it's like a huge wick off. It's kind of even on both sides. We'll see. We got about 45 seconds left on this candle right here. So I guess we'll see where this closes. But as it comes back down, I'm probably just going to close out in profit. I'm not really feeling US 30 today. And I'm not going to get greedy. Usually I don't trade on Fridays, but you guys have gotten me to trade on Fridays, which could be a good thing and a bad thing. Let's see. All right, this candle's going to close in about 15 seconds. If it rejects off that support or that resistance, the K2SR zone right there, that'll be more beneficial to us because it'll just indicate that, price is likely to continue dropping. So there we go with the little red candle right there. See where it goes. On the 3-minute, I think it's already past the pivots, but it's still bouncing around. It's going back and forth right now. Yeah, C6 said, oh, sweet, US 30 is already on crack this morning. Yeah, dude. US 30 is just, it's bouncing around a lot. Yeah, right, Sisu. I'm looking at the K2 admin chat right now. Yeah, it is Friday. So we might see another rejection off this point right here. Like I mentioned, I don't have a stop loss placed, so I'm kind of just playing it by ear. But I do know where I do have a mental stop loss, and I do know where my breaking points are where, I feel like I should be pulling out of the trade. So we're just watching it. I still have my position from earlier active. It's currently in some slight drawdown because price has been going back and forth. It went in profit, then it pulled back, and then went back in profit, and then it pulled back again. So we'll see where this goes. Let me check CNBC. Yeah, it's so weird because, if the earnings were good for Amazon, you'd expect it to go up, right? But it went down. All the indices actually are down right now still. Yeah, so they're still down right now, so I'm not too worried about it yet. The Dow is down 0.48%. S&P's down 0.52%, Nasdaq's down 0.60%. So I think they're going to be red during, half of the US session, probably towards the close. It'll recover a little bit, but I think for the most part, it'll probably be red overall. Check this real quick. It looks like it's coming back down. It's rejecting right off that pivot right there. So I just wanted to drop back down. And then I kind of just want to pull out. I don't even want to deal with this anymore. So I'll keep watching and see where it goes. Let's see. Yeah, this is a reminder why I don't trade on Fridays, right? Usually Thursday night into Fridays. Here, let's see. Yeah, Jeff has his lined up right here. So he has it lined up as a drop as well. It's just going to be a matter of time. It's probably testing the his channel right there, or attempting to test the channel before it drops. Let's see. Jeff said, I'm not even trading today. Yesterday slapped me. Jeff, he started his new FTMO, or he started his first FTMO actually. So he's been, I think he's going to wait until Monday to actually trade it. Yeah, Jeff said lately all earnings reports been tanking except Facebook, Oracle, and Google. Gapped up huge. Apple sell off on Amazon, Microsoft. The majors aren't carrying the markets. Industrials are leading in financials. Yeah, no, I noticed that too, Jeff. I was looking at the index over here. Yeah, let's take a look at that. So let's look at the Dow 30 over here. We'll see what's carrying the Dow right now. So yeah, I mean, there's not that, like, it's so weird here because you guys can see here, right? There's only like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's only 7 stocks that are green right now for the Dow, but the Dow keeps pushing up. All of these are red right here, right? So I personally don't understand why is it pushing up right now. I don't know. Do you see this, Jeff? This doesn't make sense to me, bro. So there's like a few stocks here that are pushing up. So Johnson & Johnson, Travelers, Nike, McDonald's, Procter & Gamble, Walgreens, Merck, and Amgen. And they're not really anchoring it, bro. Like, look down here. So Chevron is down -2%. Visa is down 1.3%. IBM is down 1.2%. These are like the highest one here pulling it up really is Amgen, but it's only up 1.3%. It doesn't really make sense why US 30 is pushing up right now when it should be going down. All the stocks within this index are all red. So this is why I'm not too worried about it not dropping. Obviously, I think it's going to drop because the stocks here, there's no stocks here that are carrying US 30 right now. Literally, it's all red. But for whatever reason, US 30 wants to push up, right? So I'm fine. I'm going to hold on to it. Looks like it's coming back down as we speak. But yeah, it just doesn't, these fundamentals just don't make any sense at all. The strongest carrier here is 1 point. Like, if you match these up together, if you put them side by side, like you put Chevron next to Amgen, Chevron's down 2%. Amgen's only up 1.2%. Merck over here is only up less than 1%. Visa's down 1.4%. IBM, like, it's so overpowering what what stocks inside the Dow 30 index are moving. But for whatever reason, it's like pushing up. And here we go, it's starting to drop now. So it was just a delayed push up, I guess. I mean, I don't know what you want to call it, but I don't care. I'm still going to pull out once it drops back into a profit. There we go. See, it's dropping. I figured it was going to drop. It was just like, for whatever reason, it pushed up, even though the stocks were doing horribly within the index. And if you guys aren't familiar with how the Dow 30 moves, basically, like I was saying, if you guys aren't familiar with how the Dow 30 moves, basically the Dow 30, when it goes up and down, it's based off the stocks within the index right here. And that's why, it's, I don't know, honestly, I don't even know what to think anymore, because the market doesn't move how it's supposed to if the indexes are, if all the stocks are down right here. Let's see. Yeah, oh boy. Yeah, no, Amazon isn't part of the Dow. I know that, but they're all, different assets are tied to other assets because a lot of them are linked one way or another. So like if one's going down, it's going to affect other stocks that are connected with the Dow 30. But yeah, oh boy, said Shawn, Amazon not part of it. It beat earnings by guidance for Q2. It was not so good. It popped yesterday, but back yesterday range by now. Yeah, no, definitely. Oh boy, I agree with you 100%. Um, I'm just confused with how it's moving right now. It's still pushing up right now. I'm looking at US 30 and it's still trying to push up. Yeah, like I don't get it. It's pushing up right here, but all of the stocks are going down. Is my like thing not updating? Yeah, I don't know. I might just pull out for a loss, honestly, guys. I'm gonna watch it. I'll see where it goes, and then because the market is, it just doesn't make sense. US, look, all the stocks here are red. There's only a few stocks that are green, but US 30 is still skyrocketing, like fucking like the stocks aren't dropping right now. Um, I'm still watching right now, guys. I still haven't pulled out. I might just pull out for a loss, honestly, if it doesn't come back down soon, because it seems like the market's being manipulated right now, or the US 30 in general, the indice. Let's see. Yeah, I'm currently still in it. Just FYI, if you guys are wondering, I didn't take a huge lot size because I knew it was Friday, so I only took like a smaller lot size because I knew it was gonna be a risky trade, but I didn't think price was gonna be moving like this. So like I'm fine with like letting it run because I'm only down like a couple $1,000. I'm not really down that much, so I can literally just let it run all day if I wanted to. But just knowing myself, if it's going to keep moving like this, then it's kind of like, what's the point of playing around with it? I might as well just eat my loss and then come back next week. But we'll see. Yeah, exactly. A boy said, and today's the end of the month. They try to window dress it a bit. Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. They kind of want it to close out in the positive, right? They want it to look good for the close at the end of the month, especially for the options that expire. The monthly options for the Dow 30. They just want it to like look like it's still in strength. I mean, they do that all the time, right? At the end of the month, they kind of push it up a little bit just to make it look like it's not going to shit. But like looking, it's been dropping since London session. So London session right here, actually, it's been dropping since yesterday. So yesterday, US session has been dropping from there. Yeah, no, I agree with Oboy 100%. I like that's usually what happens though. They want the Dow 30 to look like it's in strength towards the end of the month so they can be like, oh, we closed out positive, right? They don't want to close out negative. So they just, the market makers and institutions push price up for like certain things. But I mean, just looking at the fundamentals here, this is just what really confuses me because as much as I keep refreshing this, it's like more stocks keep going deeper into the red, but it's still pushing up right now for our position. Yeah, look at the price difference here. Visa is down 4 points. Microsoft's down 2 points. IBM's down 2 points. If you match these up with the ones that are positive here, it like literally makes no sense because the Amgen is only up 2 points. So if we're going by points or percentage, it still doesn't make sense. So guys, I'm watching it right now. It's still bouncing up for whatever reason. I think if it keeps bouncing up higher, I might just eat the loss because I don't want to play in this game with them if they're going to keep spiking price up for no reason. Only lost a couple $1,000 anyway. It's not a big deal. I'll make it back next week when the market's not playing like this. But I'll hold on for a bit. I'll let you guys know when I actually exit. I still think it's going to drop. Honestly, I personally think it's still going to drop, or at least go back to where our entry was. But if not, I might just pull out. Let's see. Yeah, because we did make some pretty big wins on Monday and Tuesday. So I think I'm still net positive for the week, anyways. I just kind of threw away a lot of my profits from earlier this week, which I mean it does suck, but it is what it is. As long as you guys close out positive like every week, I mean you guys should be fine. You can still compound your account that way. So I don't really let these loss, like if I do suffer a loss, it doesn't really bother me too much because we do have pretty big wins earlier in the week. I'm still in the position, guys. It's coming back down. Is it finally gonna let it tumble down? Let's see. Yeah, I'm watching US 30 now. I'm watching on my other screen. So if you guys are wondering, I have two screens. I have one screen right here where I can look at other things, and then I have my my actual trading window over here on my right side. Yeah, it's rejecting off this point now. Well, this is the last pivot. So if it doesn't drop from this point, then I don't know what to think at that point. Looking back to the index over here. Yeah, honestly, I don't know. It still blows my mind that it's pushing up right now. All right, let's see. All right. Yeah, C6 said a lag before all hits. Yeah, you know, that's happened to us before. Remember, C6, sometimes like the market will just freeze for a few seconds and it'll gap, right? Like, I don't understand why that happens sometimes. Like sometimes the market will just freeze up and then it'll end up like way down here right after. I'm hoping that's what happens. But I'm still watching it. I'm gonna stick to my guns and try to recoup any of these losses if possible, or mitigate any of them if possible. But it's still pushing them. I don't understand this at all. All right, it's getting close to my I'm just gonna pull out, guys. Well, I'm gonna give 1 second. It's getting close to my point where I just don't even want to bother with it anymore. I'm just gonna eat my loss. It's a couple $1,000 loss right here, which is cool. I think still net positive for the week anyway, so I'm not really tripping about it. But I'm disappointed that it did push up like this. So I'm gonna wait for a little bit. I'm kind of basing it off the 750 mark. Still watching. I'll let you guys know. Or I'm pulling out. I'm not dealing with this shit. Yeah, guys. Like, so I'm already out. I took a loss off that trade. It's fine. It wasn't a big loss because it was Friday, so I took a smaller lot size to prevent myself from taking too much risk. But yeah, this doesn't make any sense to me, guys. Like you guys can see right here, US 30 is pushing up, right? But if you look at the actual index that's holding these stocks right here, they're all red. So I just don't understand why it's pushing up. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like majority of these are red right here. And if you match them up with the ones that are actually carrying it, it just doesn't, it doesn't weigh itself out, right? Because if you look at Visa here, it's like negative 1.8, Merck's only 1.3, Chevron's 1.7, Amgen's 1.2. And if you go by points, it's even worse because points over here, Visa's -4, Amgen's only +3, Microsoft's -2, Merck's +1. It's just, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what's going on in the market today. Aside from you know, the unusual movement here. Let me see what's going on over here real quick. Yeah, Goldie said that 65% of people are short right now. Yeah, people are short because that's where the market's supposed to be going. It's supposed to be going down because, you know, the negative stocks here within the Dow 30 are outweighing the positive stocks right here. So it's supposed to be going down. But for whatever reason, it keeps pushing up. Like, I just don't understand why it keeps pushing up. There's nothing pushing it up, right? It's kind of just getting propped up right here. Let's see. Sonia said 34,021. Bid entry to sell, Shawn. 34,000. Let me check real quick. Possibly. Yeah, no, possibly that. I mean, I think it's going to drop eventually, Sonia. I don't know what's pushing it up right now. I'm still confused. I don't know. Let me see if Jeff has any. Yeah, I really don't understand what's pushing it up because Jeff over here, he said that Cheryl says, Steven, what did you do? Why is US 30 going up? Yeah, Jeff said, and it's pissing me off. Algos pushing indexes when the stocks compromise them are down. It just doesn't make sense. You know, this is not like, this isn't supposed to be happening here, because the stocks that are with, if you guys are familiar with US 30, so if you guys are new to US 30, US 30 is basically a compilation of like 30 stocks within the US, right? These are the stocks right here for the Dow 30. All the stocks are red right here, but for whatever reason, US 30 is still pushing up strong. Obviously, you know, someone else is pushing the market up. It's not the stocks for these right here. And let's see, Stanley said, honestly, market's been consolidating since April 15. I don't think so, Stanley. Let me check real quick. So Stanley said market's been consolidating. It looks like it's been pretty directional since then, Stanley. I'm not sure where you see the consolidation for US 30. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like it's been consolidating like from, well, I mean, I guess it looks like it's been going sideways, but if you look at it from a short-term perspective, it's still moving like directional. Because the thing is, you don't trade on the 4-hour, so you would be like, the time frame you'd be looking at would probably be like the 30-minute. Because unless you're swing trading US 30, then yeah, it probably look like it's consolidating. But looking like from here, you know, it's been directional. And these are a lot of pips here. Like, for example, from the 15th here. So you said from the 15th, right? 15th, it moved up like 4,000 pips. And then from the 18th, it moved down, you know, 5,000 pips. So I don't think I would consider this consolidation. If you're swing trading, yeah, it'd be consolidation, but you're not going to be trading like 10,000 pips, right? You're only going for like a couple hundred pips. So I wouldn't really consider it consolidating. I mean, if you're swing trading, yeah, but you know, going back to what I was saying earlier, it just doesn't make sense to me why it's going up right here. Yeah, Pablo said it's going to fall, sell and make go away. Yeah, exactly. You know, the stocks move in like, they move in seasons, just like the Forex pairs. You know, all the bigger institutions stuff, they stop trading it around summer. So that's why Pablo is saying, you know, sell in May. But yeah, I don't know. If you guys have any other input why it's going up, I mean, that'd be good, because you know, it doesn't matter that that this happened with US 30. I'm just curious to understand, you know, why did it go up? If someone has any insight, because I don't have any insight on it. I looked at the indexes over here. All the indexes are red. Like, all the indexes are red right here, but the Dow's pushing up, right? So Dow's red, S&P's red, Nasdaq's red, and the 10-year bond is up. So the 10-year bond usually moves, you know, somewhat opposite of the Dow. So like, I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me why it's going up. You know, different confirmations here. All the indices are down. Looking at the actual index over here, I'll see if there's any recovery. No, it's still the same. Unless this isn't updating. I'm pretty sure it's updating because this is on CNBC. Yeah. Personally, I don't know, guys. Let me see if there's anything else over here. Wes said NAS is skyrocketing. Let me check real quick. Yeah, so NASDAQ, oh, no, it's UK 100. So NASDAQ too. See how NASDAQ is pushing up right here? Let's check out the NASDAQ index real quick and see how's that one doing. What the dude, this doesn't make any sense to me. So check this out. It's the same situation over here with NASDAQ. See how NASDAQ is like shooting up right here? If you look at the stocks, so it's the same thing with NASDAQ. NASDAQ is a compilation of 100 stocks right here. Looking at the stocks right here, the NASDAQ is doing horribly. Look at all this red. So you see how it's red all the way down here? And there's only a few green stocks right here, and they're not even that strong. This is down 7%, right? Dexcom is down 10%. Comcast is down nearly 3%. Pfizer is down 2.6%. Biomarin pharmaceutical, they're all down like pretty heavy, right? Look at the positive ones over here. Let's see, Atlassian, it's only up 3%. Alexian is up 3%. Amazon's up 2%, but it doesn't outweigh the losing stocks here, right? Even right here, Skyworks is down 8%. The strongest one here is Vertex. It's only up 3%. So I mean, honestly, I don't know, guys. If you guys have any more input why it's going up, I would just like to understand. I don't care if I took a loss today because I already knew it's gonna be risky, but I'm just trying to understand like why it's why it's going up. See, look at this. Doesn't make any sense to me. Nasdaq pushed up how many pips? It pushed up nearly 1,000 pips, but the index is all red. So obviously, yeah. Let's see. Oh boy, say Dow dogs lifting from their lows today, while the green ones are close to their highs today. Gotcha. Yeah, no, but I mean that might be the reason. I personally don't know, because people usually act off the market open right here. And if I was to see, like, if you guys were to look at the let's see, the mini charts. Looks like a good sell type stop loss. Might get a breakout trade. Yeah, I was thinking that too, Sonia. I was thinking of maybe catching it as it comes back up, and then as it gets to that high, and then catch it as it drops. But I don't know if I really want to risk it. I mean, US 30 looks like it's trying to come back down now. But the last thing I want to do is get caught in this trade, and then it ends up it just ends up shooting back up. Let's see. Sonia said, Shawn, we have a pin bar rejection at 5-minute. Good to sell. Look, the thing is, I wouldn't base it off fundamentals, Sonia, because I wouldn't base it off technicals, because the fundamentals aren't playing properly. So yeah, I know you see the pin bar right there. Like, if the fundamentals aren't playing how they should be, I think the fundamentals would be stronger than the technicals here. There's that big drop. The drop's coming, Sonia. Yeah, no, if you're in that trade, good luck. I might even hop back into. No, I'm not gonna mess with it. I'll watch it, but I'm not gonna mess with it. I'm not trying to take any more losses than I already did today. See a huge. Let's see. Jeff said rejected off the purple line. Yeah, no, I see it, dude. I see it, Jeff. I see it, but I'm not really gonna mess with it. I'm gonna let it. I'm just gonna watch. See, Charlotte made some profit off that. Yeah, Jeff said, "Oh, I'm not touching shit today." Yeah, I'm not touching anything either. There we go with the swing back up, Sonia. Yeah, I'm not gonna mess with it. I'll watch it with you, Sonia, but I'm probably not gonna play with it. I just want to see because I want to see if it ends up crashing back down like where we thought it would be. Like, if it comes all the way back down where it was supposed to go, maybe that might be what happened. I'm not sure if like contracts expire this morning for like any options contracts, because that might be the case too. If you guys are familiar with like options, like a lot of these markets overlap. Sometimes, like, say there's an option strike price that's like somewhere up here, right? So what happens sometimes is they'll just, like, the institutions and market makers will spike price up slightly just to like pretty much have everyone's contract go to expiration. And then after it just comes all the way back down. But we'll see. Sonia said, I'll get stopped out in profits now. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so you moved it in profit, right, Sonia? Looks like you might still be in. It's dropping back down further. Yeah, Donatello said end of month funds balance their workload between bonds and stocks. Yeah, no, I can see that too, bro. There we go. Let's drop it back down. Yeah, good luck to your position, Sonia, if you're in that for a sell. Looks like it's coming all the way back down to where it was supposed to go. Let's go back to the indexes over here for US 30. It's still the same. Everything is still red for the US 30 over here. Nice. Yeah, no, great work off that, Sonia, for catching that high up there, or the rejection point. I would have wanted to hop in with you, but I'm not that type of trader. Like, I'm not gonna revenge trade. Sonia, did you send it over to me? I don't see your trading view anywhere. There we go. As it comes back down. I should have just held on a little longer. No, I'm not. I'm not going to revenge trade it though. I'm just going to eat my loss for the day, and I'll move on to next week. This week was kind of an unusual week, anyways. It was a lot of back and forth movement. There was like one day, I think Wednesday, it went straight to profit. There was like no drawdown, but every other day it was kind of just bouncing back and forth. And the thing is, I don't want to get caught in this trap because I don't want to, like, this is what might happen, right? If I enter a sell right here, if I revenge trade, because this is always what happens. I'm sure you guys are familiar with it because it's happened to everybody. You'll enter like a sell trade right here, like for the people who took the loss there, and then it ends up just spiking all the way up, right? So yeah, I'm not going to revenge trade it. I'll just see where it goes from there. Yeah, Sonia, I wasn't saying you were revenge trading. I was saying that if I enter the trade, it'd be a revenge trade. So I wouldn't really mess with it. Yeah, Nick said a weird week for sure. It's because we had a good last Friday. Yeah, if you guys followed us last week, actually, the entire week last week, we had like there was like literally no losses. I think we had like what do you have, Nick? Like 15 wins. Yeah, usually if we have a really good week, it's usually followed by a horrible week sometimes. I don't think this week was that horrible. I know it was tricky, but I think, let me see, I still closed out the week in profit, so I didn't make much profit this week because I gave away a lot of it today and yesterday. But I'm still doing okay. Thankfully, right? Thankfully. And that's why we trade every day, because we want to make sure to balance the risk out. Because not every day is going to be the same. Some days are going to be really good. Some days are going to be not as great. And some days are going to be horrible. So as long as you guys stay consistent with your risk management, you guys don't over leverage, don't revenge trade, don't over trade, then you should be fine. Like today, I just took one trade. If I was like feeling really risky, I probably would have stacked on it. You guys have seen me before where if like it's a good week and it retraces up a little bit, like say we enter a trade down here and it pulls up, I enter a second trade up here to cover that loss. And then everything down here is like a double win. I just didn't feel that today. Today just wasn't the day where I felt comfortable with stacking positions. Yeah, exactly. Universe. You got to stick to the rules. Sometimes the market's not going to give you what you're looking for, and you just have to accept that. A lot of people don't accept it, and they like to hop in on multiple trades, and then they end up blowing their account because they just took too much at once. But yeah, it's all about discipline, guys. It's all psychological. The market wants to trick you into hopping into like a lot of trades or like over leveraging. That's how a lot of people lose at trading. Thing is, today I'm probably down like I'm down like probably like 3% today, which is, it's not great. It's not horrible. But it could have been worse. Like if I went like past 5%, that would have been horrible for Friday. See, Pablo said lots of big good news and market struggling, running out of gas. Yesterday's volume was narrow. Yeah, no, I agree, Pablo. That's why yesterday I didn't really trade that much. I got offline like around 8 o'clock or 8:30. So yeah, I think I'm done looking at US 30. Well, I'll keep looking at it if you guys have no questions, but if you guys want me to analyze something, I can analyze stuff for you. I can answer questions for you. If you guys have questions about risk management, FCMO, anything really, any of the strategies, I can take a look at them. Because we don't really have much to trade today for the most part. Because I think I'm just gonna chill out for the day. I'm not really gonna take any scalps. I was thinking about taking scalps today, but just looking at the market now, I just don't think it's smart to take scalps right now. If price keeps bouncing back and forth. Amir, the indicators are monthly. Let's see. Nice. Sign is selling gold to 1932. So I'll take a look at gold in a little bit. I know a lot of you guys are looking at gold. So let me just scroll up. I don't know if there's any other questions above here. If there's more questions that I missed from the beginning, go ahead and just send them in the chat again. And then I'll take a look. So, all right, so let's go up. Looking at US 30 now, it's going to come all the way back down, right? I think if we get a sell signal right here, it's probably going to come dropping, which is like unusual because it already started to set its direction. So like right here, usually from 6 to 6:30 to 10, it starts to set its direction, but now it's just whipsawing. It came up, and then now it's coming down. So we'll see where it goes. And look at that drop right there. Typical market manipulation. Yeah, it's okay. We'll come back and look at. Sorry, guys. Shit, my fire alarm went off. I'll be back, guys. Fucking fire alarm. All right, guys. False alarm, the fire alarm. I think I'm good. All right, yeah, but looking at US 30 right here, it's coming down exactly where we thought it would come, right? The stupid market was just market manipulation right here, push price up slightly, and then it came back down to where it was to go. That's just how the market's moving lately, guys. Like, honestly, I don't know how to explain it, but that's just how the market has been moving. Like, looking at this right here, like I was mentioning, if you had a stop loss a little bit wider, like up to there, it would have been fine. But looking at this over here, it's back in profit to where it was supposed to go. Unfortunately, I closed out early, but looking at this here, ain't that a bitch, man? Let me see who's Jeff. Do you see this, bro? That's crazy, man. Nice. Vincent just passed his FTMO. So congrats to you, Vincent. Yeah, Vincent just passed his FTMO, so he's good to go, man. Nice, congrats to that, bro. He took the sell there. So he took the sell that we were looking at. He just caught it from the top. Fucking hell, dude. Look at this. It's going down a full TP. That's some BS. I literally just threw away all that profit because I closed out early. I should have just held on to it. It's all good. Whatever. Like I mentioned, guys, the market was moving weird this morning. It was supposed to drop, but it didn't drop until like way later. Let's see. Yeah, it came right off that rejection, dude. Well, I mean, I knew it was gonna come down, Jeff. Like we all like knew it was gonna come down. We were just waiting for it, but it didn't come down until later. So let's see, Charlotte over here as well. Charlotte took the damn Charlotte. He hopped right back in, so he made another profit off that right there. So everyone's doing pretty nice. Rain over here, he held on to the sell too. So nice work, Rain. Rain actually held on to the trade. So like I was saying earlier, Sisu said I might have re-entered. Yeah, a lot of you guys still held on to the trade even though I pulled out. So some of you guys did lock in profits. Rain said that was nerve-wracking. I'm done for the day. Sorry, I had to sneeze. But yeah, looking at everyone here, it looks like a lot of you guys still held on to the trades, even though I closed out of it. So nice work to you guys who did hold on to it. Slava over here as well. Slava said recovered my losses, still in profits. Remember, Friday trades safe. Shawn, thanks for a great week of trading, bro. Definitely, Slava. So Slava held on to the trade too. So a lot of you guys who did hold on to it, like I was mentioning, if you guys know how to apply this strategy, then you guys are welcome to use it. Slava here, he's been killing it like every day this week or every day this whole year, actually. So he already knew what was going to happen. Like I was telling you guys, it was going to drop. It was just, I wasn't willing to hold on to that risk, right? Some of you guys are willing to hold on to the risk. So a lot of you guys did catch those drops there. Patricia over here as well. She held on to the drop. She caught 1,773. And that's good. You know, I'm glad to see everyone here still profiting. I'm okay with the loss because like I mentioned, we had a good early week. So we kicked off the week pretty heavy in profit. And I'm not really too worried about it. Like I know I'm going to make it back next week, so it's not a big deal. And I'm still positive for the end of this week. So I'm not really too worried about, you know, the trade from today. Today was Friday, so it is a risky trade. I knew the risk entering the trade. That's why I entered with a smaller lot size. But everyone else here looks like they're doing pretty all right. Let's see. Yeah, so Josh over here, he saved himself as well. He actually hopped back in. So like, yeah, Josh. So looking at the profits from this morning, you can see the date right here from the timestamp. Looks like a lot of you guys still recovered from it. Like Josh, he took the sell from the bottom. He took a small loss off it, but he hopped right back in and he closed out with positive profits for this week. So nice work amongst everyone here who you know, is able to mitigate the loss or, you know, save themselves from the loss. It's just the way that the market's moving today. Nice, Robert too. Robert locked in. How much did Robert lock in today? Robert locked in 1,272. Took it both ways. C6 said got the shit kicked out of me, and then he sent his profits over here. He still locked in some pretty nice profits. So a lot of you guys did lock in some pretty solid profits this morning. So, you know, even though I did take a loss today, a lot of you guys still did close out profit, which is great. You know, I don't care if I took a loss. It's cool because I'm usually winning anyways. So I'm still net positive for the week, net positive for the month, net positive for the year. So everyone here has been doing all right so far, or still good. Everyone over here did. Damn, what did it do? Yeah, manage risk, bro. For that one over there. Yeah, definitely Donatello. Donatello said, thanks, Shawn. Your analysis is right on point. Yeah, like I was mentioning, guys, you know, if I held on to it a little longer, I would have been fine. But, you know, I understand my rules. Like I know where my breaking point is. If it reaches this point over here, that's where I was like, I'm just going to close out. I'm going to eat my loss and move on to the next one. But it did come down like where we thought it would come down, right? I was telling you guys I was probably going to reject off some point up here. I just wasn't willing to hold on to it because I already know myself. If I start gambling, that's when things go bad, right? So that's why I didn't end up holding on to it. But I'm glad some of you guys did hold on to it and you guys locked in some profit. You know, as long as some people in K2 are making profit, that's all that really matters to me. I'll eat the loss for you guys. You know, I'll be the martyr. I'll take that loss while you guys stack the win. And it's cool. You know, it's all part of the game. So let me go back to nice Essence over here locked in some profit too. So Essence locked in a couple, let's see, 30 bucks, 40 bucks, 50 bucks. Nice work. Essence has an indicator, so she applies it herself. So she traded US 30, she traded gold, she traded GU. I didn't call any of these trades here. So she actually took these on her own and she locked in some nice profit off that right there. Patricia as well. Patricia locked in 1,773. So nice work amongst the whole team here. You know, everyone here is pretty much on point with profits this morning. So yeah, I'll take a look at gold right now, Peter. You know, I'm done messing with US 30. It's already messed in my head today, so I'm not really trying to deal with it. But yeah, let's go over to gold right now. Damn, Slava locked in 2,582 this morning. Jeez, added another win to that, Slava. Congrats, bro. If you guys have seen Slava, I don't know what you've been doing, Slava. I'm trying to figure out what you're doing, bro, because you're killing it like every day. Like here's Slava right here, right? You guys see Slava? There's Slava right there. He's been killing it, man, on point. Look at Slava's profits. Dude locked in like 2,500 today. How much did you lock in the other day, Slava? Slava locked in like Slava, you're just super on point, dude. I know you follow my trades, but like you got like the thickest skin ever, because sometimes we'll go into some deep drawdown and you'll just stack on another position and you'll just keep winning and winning and winning. Slava from yesterday, he made 6,000, right? If you look at the profits every day that I post from people here, Slava's always on point. He's locking in like nearly like 4 to 10,000 a day. There he is again on the 28th. Slava again right there at 3,000. This dude's like crazy on point with this here. But yeah, no, great work, Slava. I'm glad to see that you're profiting. You know, Ghost over here said, Slava, you need to teach us. But yeah, no, definitely. Nice work too, Vincent. So as you guys can see here, it doesn't matter if like one of us loses. It just matters if, you know, some people here actually still win. Vincent over here just passes FTMO. So congrats to you, Vincent. Congrats to everybody in K2 who made some accomplishments this week. Damn, Slava made 24K this week. Super on point, bro. So nice work with that. Let me take a look at gold real quick and I'll see see said Slava tutor us. Yeah, so let me go ahead and just delete all this stuff off the chart. So here is gold. So here's a naked chart for gold, and I'll show you guys how I analyze things from scratch. Here's a naked chart, nothing on the chart, right? Blank chart. First thing I'm going to do is identify market structure. So I'll turn on the K2SR indicator right here. I'll identify market structure. So I'll mark it up from right here. Mark it up from right here. Mark it up from over there. And just keep in mind, guys, like this is like you guys got to treat trading like a game, right? Don't get too like caught up with like the profits or your losses or any of that stuff. That's how people start losing at trading, right? Like you got to treat trading like it's a game. It's a back and forth game. I see a lot of people who like they get stuck in a hole when they're trading and they never get out of it. The thing you got to remember is that every day is a new day. If you had a bad day trading, it's fine. Just, you know, bounce back the next day or bounce back the next week. Don't get too caught up on like one trade, because if you do that, you're probably going to get stuck in that position for a long time, and it's going to be difficult for you to pull out of that later on. So here's gold, like I was mentioning. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark up this area right here, because I'm just marking up current market structure, right? So this is previous market structure around this area over here. You guys can see from April 1st up until April 15th, this was the market structure or price came from here and it came all the way up here, right? If you were to delete some of these zones here, you can see that it moves pretty smoothly around this area, right? So price broke into the zone, came up, retraced back down for a retest, and it shot all the way back up. Once it broke above this zone right here, it created new market structure. So this is why we draw market structure first, so we know what to focus on, right? So this happened like a couple of weeks ago. It's not important anymore. Even this over here, this happened like a couple of months ago, right? So this is a market structure from February 25th up until March 31st. So within this area, this is irrelevant to us. This is irrelevant as well. This is what's relevant. So this is what we're focusing on right here. Once we have this right here, you can kind of see that price is just, it's just consolidating, right? I mean, it's just ranging. So pretty much price broke into the structure right here. And you can see how price pretty much just bounces from zone to zone, right? So like, for example, right here, rejection from this point, broke above it, came up here, rejection from that point, rejection from this point too. So it's just bouncing from zone to zone, right? It's literally just doing the same thing, bouncing from zone to zone. The next thing we're going to do is identify momentum so we can figure out what our bias is here. So turning on the momentum indicator, we have a buy signal right here, but it's retracing back down here, right? So what I kind of see happening right here is it's sort of it's just retesting the structure, right? So it's tested it here, one test, two tests, double bottom right there, three tests right here, a triple bottom right. So what I kind of think, what I see happening here is I probably see this shooting up from this point right here. Like a couple of people mentioned there was news this week. So that's probably what pushed price down right here for the USD. But one way to figure out how strong the USD is, we'll just pull up the dollar index. So looking at this over here, we'll go over to the DXY. We'll pull this up from here. The DXY is really strong right now. So you can see from this point over here, it's pushing up, right? We don't know how long this push up is going to be for though. So it's pushing up right there. And with that said, that's why the gold here was coming down slightly, right? Because if you guys are familiar, I mean, if you guys have been sitting in on my sessions for the past, I don't know, 2 years now, if you guys have been sitting in on here, I was explaining to you guys how these fundamentals work, right? If price is going down, that means that the second currency is stronger than the first currency, right? Looking at gold at the DXY right here, this is a dollar currency index. So it's showing you how strong the dollar is. If the dollar is going up right here, this indicates that the dollar is strong, right? If the DXY is going up, that means that the dollar is strong. So since the dollar is strong, that's why this pair right here is going down, right? When the dollar is weak, because gold moves opposite of gold, gold moves opposite of the dollar. If it's weak, then you should see this push up from here. You can see from the DXY right here, it's a huge wick above top, right? So looking at this area right here, there's a huge wick right here. So with that said, you can see that there's some sort of resistance, you know, hitting at this point. If I mark this up from this point right here, that's probably where the rejection's happening, right? So looking at this right here, you could kind of see that the DXY might be bouncing off this point and then coming back down from here, right? So if this happens right here, where the DXY rejects off this point and comes all the way back down, if that's the case right there, then you could expect gold to shoot back up. You know, this is just us pretty much using basic fundamentals, you know, just looking at how strong the dollar is and comparing it to gold because they move opposite of each other. So if the dollar is going down, that means that gold will go up. If the dollar is going up, then that means that the gold will go down, right? So just use that as a guiding point. Like I wouldn't base it directly off that. That's just another confluence. Like looking at this here, my first confluence is going to be that the momentum right now is for a buy, right? We have a bullish momentum right here. So we're currently looking for a bullish, like a buy bias. Like we're only looking for buys at this point. It's small retracement right here. Reason for that's because the dollar was strong shortly. It was strong for like, see the past, the dollar has been strong for about a day and 14 hours or a day and 13 hours. So for like the past day, it's been strong. And that's why if you look at gold here, it was pushing down for like the past day or so, right? So looking at this right here, see how it's been dropping? So from this point right here to this point down here, it's been dropping for about a day, not 20 hours. It's probably like a day and 12 hours. So you guys can see the date right here, right? So you can see it's been dropping for a day and 12 hours. If you look at the dollar index over here, it's been pushing up for a day and 13 hours. So it's really on point. Like you can see that since the dollar was strong, that's why gold is dropping right here. However, if the dollar starts to drop from this point, say from this point, if the dollar starts to drop right over here, then you could expect gold to bounce off this support right here. And that's just tying confluences together, right? You're tying the technical analysis right here because it's rejecting off the support with the fundamental analysis over here, you know, comparing it to the dollar index. So if the dollar index is weak and it's bouncing off support, you know, you put two and two together, it's probably going to shoot up, right? But we really don't know what's going to happen until it happens. So that's why I'd wait for a confirmation. Like before I take this trade right here, I'd probably want to see like a strong push up first. Like I want to see it push up slightly, kind of like what happened right here. See it push up slightly. And then from there, you can expect it to possibly push up higher and test this area up here. Because as you can see, price is just bouncing from zone to zone, right? Price will come up, reject off this zone, test this area, come back down, test this area. You can see that it came up right here. It was trying to push up from this point. So from here, look, if I rewind from this point right here, you can see that it was trying to push up to this point right here, right? So from this point, it rejected off here. It was going to try to push up to here. But on the same day, you see the dollar index shoot up, right? From this point right here. So with that said, you tie fundamentals and technicals together, it'll give you a better confirmation as to where it's going to go next. But just looking at gold right now, there just isn't that, like, the confirmation that we need isn't there yet, because we need to see what happens with the DXY. We don't know if it's going to come back down. Like from this point, one of two things can happen, right? The DXY can either come back down from here, or it can continue pushing up. And if it breaks this area right here, then you could probably expect gold to continue dropping. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know if there's anything really pushing the dollar up. I know there was some news this week, like a lot of you guys were mentioning in the chat. There was news this week for the US. So there's news all week, actually. There was news yesterday. There was news on Wednesday. There was news on Tuesday. So as you can see, looking at the dollar index right here, it's been pushing up since April 28th, right? If you look at the news over here, what happened on the 28th? Biden spoke and the FOMC, they had their statement, right? So whatever they said pushed the dollar up. They probably said something that benefited the US dollar. So this is another confluence here. You're like, oh, was that move temporary? Was it, it's like solving a puzzle. Whenever you see price going in a different direction, you kind of want to understand why it's going in that direction. Was it up because the dollar is strong? Was it up because Biden said something? Was it up because the Fed said the US economy is, getting better? There could be a lot of different factors that go into analyzing these charts. So like for me, when I analyze gold, I analyze it first from a technical perspective. So right here, I'm like, all right, it's hitting a support here. So it's hitting a support for a triple bottom right here, right? 1, 2, 3 tests right there, or even a quadruple, because this red candle right here tested it as well. So it's hitting support right here. So I think it's going to bounce up, right? That's my technical analysis right there. On top of that, momentum swinging up. That's going to confirm my technical analysis. On top of that, I want to go over to the DXY to look at the fundamentals, right? Is this going to keep pushing up, or is this going to come down from here? Like, you can take off all the indicators from here and you can just look at it from like a naked chart, right? Just looking at this here, what does it look like for the DXY? It's bullish, right? So you just look at how the DXY is moving and you're like, okay, fundamentals say a bullish dollar, but my technicals are saying it's at support. So they conflict right there. At that point, I'm not going to take the trade because I want to make sure that all of my confirmations line up. So I want this to show that it's going to bounce up, and I want this to show that the dollar index is coming down. If that was the case right there, then yeah, I for sure would take the buy right here. However, these don't line up. So you need one more confirmation before you can take this trade. Like before I take this for a buy, I want to see the DXY crashing down. Like I want to see this crash down at this point right here. I want to see something like this right here, right? I want to see it come down, because here's the thing. If you see it come down from this point over here, let's see, this is on the 28th, right? 28th at 2300 hours. So looking at the 28th right here, I'm going to mark it up on the chart so that you guys can see how you could have caught that move right there. So 28, somewhere around this area. So as you can see right here, you can see it drop from this point. This drop coincided with the dollar index right here. So if you caught this right here, let's see, what is this? 28. This is April 28th at 2200 hours. April 28th at 2200 hours is, wait, this doesn't line up. Or is it 27? Sorry, I'm like confused because this is the 4 hour and this is the, oh, it was down here. Okay, so 28th at 2200 hours is right here. This is going to be 2200 hours. Oh, yeah, no, that's fine. So 28th right here, actually. Yeah, so the 28th was right here. And you can see that when this started to drop from this point, that's when the dollar index started pushing up. Actually, it was right here. 28 at 2200 hours. So if you line this up right here, if you line this up and you saw this bullish move right here, you can see that the dollar became stronger. So when the dollar became stronger at this point, you can see that right here, gold started coming down, right? Because like I mentioned, the dollar index moves opposite of gold. So when the dollar index is going up, that means gold will go down. So if you line those up together right there, you could see that that would have been a perfect entry, and you could probably have caught this for, I don't know, 100, 200 pips right there. So this is one way to analyze gold. But there's a lot more that goes into it. That's just the confirmations that I use for gold. But like looking at gold right now, I personally wouldn't enter it until you have that confirmation here, Peter. Because I know you guys have been looking at gold like for the past 2 weeks now, like in depth. And I personally think it's going to go up because I don't think this dollar is going to keep pushing up for that long, unless something happens where it pushes price up higher. But it looks like from this wick right here, it's actually like just looking at this wick right here, looks like it's probably going to come crashing back down, especially if you line it up with this resistance right here. So who knows, I could be right, I could be wrong, but my bias right now is going to point towards gold bouncing back up from this area right here, because this is going to come down. So other than that, let me see if there's any other questions here before we continue on. I know a lot of you guys really like gold. That's kind of why I went more in depth with gold, because a lot of you guys don't understand what I'm looking for. But you guys can see now that I look at technicals, and then I look at fundamentals, and then I look at other things as well, if necessary. But hopefully that helps with your gold analysis. Now you guys know what to look out for if you guys decide to analyze gold yourself. But I pretty much do the same thing every day. So if you guys didn't catch it this time, I'll analyze it again on Sunday. I'm sure someone's going to ask about gold on Sunday. And then if not, someone's probably going to ask about it again on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So other than that, I think let's go to US 30 real quick. Wow, full TP off that. That's crazy, bro. This thing did exactly what we thought was going to happen. Man, I wish I held on to it. Wow, it's still dropping. Look at that. Yeah, that's nuts, bro. Yeah, I know, Jeff. Tell me about it. Tell me about it, bro. Man, I know, right? And guess what? You didn't take it. Yeah, that's crazy, man. I do not understand. I told you guys it was going to drop, right? Because we were looking at the indexes. I was like, dude, there's no reason why it's pushing up. If you look at the index right here, and look, the index didn't even change that much. It's still the same as it was this morning. So this index has been red all morning, but US 30 like was pushing up for whatever reason. It pushed up all the way up here, and then it comes all the way back down to where it was supposed to go. It's all good though. It happens. It's such a weird. No, you're good, Peter. No, I don't mind that you keep asking for gold. I actually like analyzing gold because I stopped trading gold like last year, but now that you guys have me analyzing gold every day, I'm kind of understanding how it moves now, kind of similar to like US 30, because I trade this every day. But no, you're good, Peter. I'm glad that you asked for gold, because if you didn't ask for it, I would never even look at it. But now that we've been looking at it, it's actually something that I might want to trade. So like me and the K² admins, we're looking for strategies to trade like, the big assets that everyone likes to trade, the ones that move smooth. Like we're already good with US 30. Kyle's good with GJ. So we're probably gonna look at some GJ strategies, and then gold as well. So those are probably gonna be our big three: US 30, gold, and GJ. So it's fine that you want to ask about gold, Peter. It's cool because I want to analyze it anyways. But those are probably gonna be the strategies that we're going to be playing. Damn, JPY hit stop loss, unfortunately. It's all good. So today was like a day that we gave away a lot of our profits from earlier this week. All of our other trades hit full TP this week. Unfortunately, I should have just not called that JPY trade. I usually don't call trades on Thursday, but it looked like such a good trade, which is why I called it. But it's all good. We're still net positive for the week. I'm going to go ahead and put the results together so that you guys can see our totals for the week. But yeah, other than that, let me see if there's anything else here for me to look at. Yeah, exactly, Donatello. It was huge manipulation right here, bro. I was like if you guys were watching us from earlier this morning, I was so confused why I was pushing up, because just looking at the index over here, everything was red. So it just made no sense for that push up. But it's all good, man. It happens. I ate the loss there. A lot of you guys did eat the win. So I'm glad to see that you guys locked in a ton of moves here. So Slava over here made about 3,000. Yeah, Wes. I'll take a look at US 30. Yeah, Kyle, right? Kyle, I'm telling you, dude, I think we should probably move our stop loss to 750, bro. I think 500 is just too close. Yeah, I don't know if you're in here, Kyle, in the live session. I'm talking to the admins right now. Yeah, I know, Kyle. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate I didn't. Yeah, I should have held off on it first. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I mean, the admins are probably going to go. We're going to have a meeting at some point. We got to go over this stuff again. All right, anyway, so going back to the questions over here, I think, let's see, Wes wanted me to take a look at GJ. So I pull up GJ for you guys real quick. Yeah, if you guys have any other questions, put them in the chat right now, and then I'll analyze anything for you guys so that we can take a look at everything before we sign off for the week. Because I think I'm done trading for the week. I'm not really going to mess with, these entries over here for Friday, because it is Friday. So the market is, I'm going to mark up market structure right here for GJ, and I'll show you guys how we analyze everything. So here's a naked chart. Like I mentioned, nothing on the chart. First thing I'm going to do is turn on the K2SR indicator so that we can identify market structure. So we got market structure up there. We got one down there. We got one right there. One down here. Another one right there. And then one last one down here. All right. So looking at this right here, we have full market structure right here. You can see price pretty much bounces off these zones perfectly, right? So price bounce from here up to here to up to here, and it just comes back here and just keeps bouncing from zone to zone, right? Looking at current price right now, we want to identify where current market structure is. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a vertical line right over here, because you can see that price breaks into this structure. And then now this is market structure, right? Within this little area right here, you can see previous market structure is over here. So from this point, price broke into the structure, and then it just bounces within this area, right? So this is it from April 6th, or actually April 5th up until April 26th. And then from this point, it breaks above here. This is current market structure. So looking at this here, I'm going to turn on the momentum indicator. We have a sell signal right there. So looking at this over here, if you were to catch this right here, there's a breaking close past structure right there. Momentum signal right there. Rejection from this area right here. This would be a valid sell entry using the K2SR strategy, right? So if you were applying the K2SR strategy, this would have been the entry right there, and it would currently be active right now, pushing towards profit in that direction. So this is pretty much how I would analyze, GJ right here. The same strategy. If you guys aren't familiar with the strategy, this is the K2SR zone strategy. Wes, I know you're having issues with the strategies. You keep mixing strategies up. So just confirm if you want to apply this strategy right here, this is the K2SR zone strategy. You confirm a break and close past K2SR zone to confirm direction of momentum using K2 momentum indicator. And then 3, enter on the open of the following candle. So, I mean, that's pretty much it right there. This would have been an entry for that. If you wanted to catch the last one, this is the most recent, the one before that. So same thing again right here, confirm the break and close past K2SR zone right there. Confirm the direction momentum right here. We have a buy signal. So with that said, you enter on the open of the following candle, right? You enter a long position right here. pretty much just ride it to the next zone. If you were to take this trade right there, you let it run. There you go to full TP, right? Same situation right there. And then again, over here, price came back down. So it's just the same strategy. It's just in the opposite direction. We had the breaking close path structure right here. That's on number one, confirm the direction of momentum. We have a sell signal right there. So then you'd enter right there for a sell. And then it's technically active at this point right now, right? So that's my analysis for GJ right there. Quick and simple, not really that difficult. You just have to check off the checklist basically. You know, you identify market structure, and then whenever price breaks structure, you just confirm the direction of momentum so that you can ride that momentum wave in that area. So that's pretty much it for GJ right there. Other than that, I think that's it. Let me see if there's anything else for us to look at as we continue on. Yeah, other than that, I think that's about it for GJ. Yeah, no, exactly. You know, everyone says manipulation of price. Let me go back to US 30 real quick. Oh, fuck, I closed the wrong one. I closed the 1 minute one. Let me just reload that. This right here, I think we were looking at the 1 minute. Yeah. So looking at this right here, yeah, if you guys want to scalp it, I mean, there's probably some scalps that are come up, but I'm not going to mess with it because the market is kind of going back and forth, especially for US 30 over here. So I don't really see much going on with this for the rest of the day because, I mean, it's just bouncing back and forth. Because price isn't really moving smoothly, there isn't, yeah, because CT said, as manipulation volatility change, so does my risk. Exactly, same here. That's why I took a smaller risk today, because it was Friday. Well, like for one, it was Friday. For two, the market's just been moving weird like all week for US 30. So if you guys went back and we watched this live stream, you guys will see that we identify this as the drop. It just kept pushing up higher and higher for no apparent reason. So yeah, other than that, let me see. Yeah, possible sell scalp right here. Maybe I'll hop into the scalp to recoup maybe like some of my losses for the day. Let me see if I can find some here. Let me see where I'm at. Now, you know, I'm not gonna mess with it. I'm not really trying to risk anything right now because I already know once I start scalping this, I'm just gonna want to scalp all morning. We can follow it. Let me see. We got about 7 seconds left on this candle right here. Yeah, no entry there. We have to wait for the next one over there. But yeah, no, definitely, Nick. If you want to take these scalps, I mean, you guys can. They're just, I just don't recommend it, and I'm not going to take it myself because it's just too risky. So let me see if there's anything else. Yeah, no, CT said scalp all morning with one lot. I should have done that too, right? Yeah, Slava over here said, KT Trades, I'm done for the day. We'll go and open a bottle of whiskey. That's 25K for the week. Yeah. Personal record and achievement made. Need to enjoy this and stop trading for the day. Exactly. Congrats to you, Slava. So Slava locked in 3,346 today. He locked in a total of 25,000 for this whole week. Amazing, bro. Amazing. Congrats to you, Slava. Yeah, like Slava mentioned over here, he said, no need to chase money, chase consistency with percentage. Exactly. It's 100% what you should be going for right there. Yeah, no problem, Wes. Glad you helped with GJ right there. Yeah, no need to chase money, guys. That's what I'm saying. Like today, I suffered a loss while everyone took the win because I closed out too early, but which is fine. You know, that was me handling my own risk. I wasn't trying to over leverage and over risk, you know, what I could handle. But I'm glad to see that a lot of you guys still locked in a ton of profit off that right there. Let me see if there's anything else. So Mo wants me to take a look at oil. So if you guys have any other questions, put your questions in the chat now. Otherwise, I'll be going offline within the next 10 minutes or so. And the reason why I plan on going offline is because I don't really want to sit online and revenge trade myself. So looking at oil over here, I'm going to do the same thing I did for the other pairs. I'm going to identify market structure, right? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on the K2SR indicator right here, and I'm going to identify market structure, right? So we got one right there. We got one right here. Another one right here. Actually, these overlap, so we just draw a couple big ones right there. Another one right here. And this is me applying the same strategy I just did for GJ, right? First, I identify market structure, identify breaking close past structures, and then identify the direction of momentum so I can catch momentum in that direction as it continues to push. So looking at this right here, I know a lot of people in K2 don't really trade oil anymore. I know when you had that big drop last year or 2 years ago, I think, people just stopped trading oil, right? So here's a momentum indicator. So looking at this right here, Mo, there's actually an entry right here. So there's a breaking close past structure right there. We have a sell signal right there. Rejection from this point. So if you wanted to take this trade right here, Mo, this would be the setup right here. It's currently in profit. It's it's making its way down right there. So that's going to be for that direction. If you wanted to take in the other direction, there is also this would have been the previous one right over here. So same situation again right here. Breaking close past structure right here. Buy signal right there. You enter a long position over here. And then you pretty much just ride it to the next structure. So if you took that trade right there, full TP right there, and then again right here as it comes back down, that's a current position right now for a sell. So that's pretty much what I see right here for oil, Mo. I probably wouldn't trade right now because it is Friday. So I'd wait probably until next week to hop back in. This is just pretty much what I see from this point over here. Yeah, it looks like everyone's signing off for tonight. For today, I see everyone over here. So everyone's taking a break now from this point. Yeah, no problem, Mo. So if you guys have any other questions, go ahead and put your questions in the chat right now. Otherwise, I think we're going to call it a week, a day for Friday. It was a crazy day today. Some people, so if you guys took my morning entry earlier, I think I might have been the only one that took a loss, honestly, because it looks like all you guys here held the trade. Like you guys held on longer than I did. Looking at Slavo here, he locked in 3,000. His account earlier, 3,037. Vincent over here, big congrats to Vincent. He passed his FTMO today. So he took the trades that I called earlier for US 30. He held on tight and he passed his FTMO. So congrats to you, Vincent. Nice work off that. Slava's other earlier profits right here. Everything else, Essence over here, locking some profit right here. She also held on to the US 30. So congrats to you guys who had thick skin and held on to all of these over here. Same with Sisuk over here. He locked in $500. Robert over here locked in 1,272. All blue screens over here. So it looks like Josh over here, he kind of took the loss with me and then he hopped right back in. And then he made some profit for the day. So he recouped his losses and then he made some more back. Patricia over here locked in 1,773. Slava earlier today, 1,071. Rain over here locked in 126. So you guys can see, even though I took the loss today, a lot of you guys held on to the trade. I just pulled out early, but for you guys who held on to the trade right here, you all took some nice wins off that sell that I took this morning. So other than that, let's see, Charlotte over here, a little more profit. Angela locked in 594 this morning. Tam over here locked in 126. And I think that's it. Or actually Tam locked in another account here, 174. Evarstis, he locked in 1,100. And I think that's it. Yeah. So nice work amongst everybody here who locked in profits. Let's see, Falcon. Yes, Falcon. We did look at gold over here. So gold is still uncertain right now. It's we're looking at gold here. There's like a triple or a quadruple bottom right here, actually. So there's a rejection from this point right here, rejection from this point right here, and rejection from this point right here, right, for a triple bottom. On top of that, we looked at the DXY over here. I mean, depending on where the DXY goes, if the DXY continues to push up like it's pushing up right here, then yeah, we could expect gold to continue dropping. Like you were mentioning, you said gold 1 week chart. I see a descending channel. I could see that too. We trade off the 4 hour when you're looking at gold. So looking at the DXY over here, if the DXY continues to push up higher and higher, like if this continues to keep pushing up, obviously the DXY moves opposite of gold. So if that happens, then we could probably expect gold to continue dropping from this point. But until then, I don't really see much confirmation until it's actually broken below the structure, right? The main thing that I want to look for here is for price to break and close below the structure. What I really want to see is for it to break below here. If price ends up breaking like way down here, then this is going to be a huge move. Like if it comes down here, it's going to break into brand new market structure from this area. And you can see the last time that it broke into this area right here, it came down heavily, right? So like in order for me to want to take this trade right here, I would probably want it to close below before I take that sell, because the last thing I want to do is enter a sell right here. And then it bounces off this point, or bounces off this point, or bounces off this point, right? There's a lot of areas where price can bounce from. But yeah, I mean, you mentioned the weekly. So let me go to the weekly real quick. So on my 4-hour time frame, yeah, it looks like it could possibly be a sell or a buy. We really don't know until that confirmation is given. But yeah, looking here on the weekly, I mean, gold has been somewhat, I mean, it's been weak for the most part, but the dollar has been weak as well. So, and this is going back to like 2020. The reason why this drop happened right here was because, obviously there was stuff going on in the world. But it might be, due for some recovery at this point right here. So who knows? We'll just have to wait and see where it moves from there. But yeah, Falcon, we'll keep analyzing gold as we go. So I'll analyze it again on Sunday. I'm sure someone will ask for it. And then from that point, we'll just see where it goes from there. Because if you're looking at this from a weekly perspective, unless you're swing trading it, it would make sense for you to look at it from the weekly. But the movement here is like way too wide, right? If you're looking at this right here, this is like 600 pips. Like if you're looking for the retracement up, or if you're looking for the drop down right here, you'd still be suffering some drawdown if you enter like a random sell right here, right? So I personally don't look at it from the weekly. It's too far out. You can look at anything from the weekly and it'll look good. But when you're actually trading it, it's going to be hard for you to trade this unless you have a huge account, or unless you're just taking like a really, really small lot size and just letting it run for the most part. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much my analysis for gold right there. If you want to go back and watch it, I went into a deep analysis about 30 minutes ago, Falcon. So if you want to rewind this replay once I get off the session, you can watch my actual like deep analysis of gold here. So we'll take a look at Nasdaq real quick. One last thing for Orion, we'll take a look at Nasdaq. So let's see, 10-minute right here. Is Nasdaq dropping too? Slightly. Yeah, so looking at Nasdaq over here, Orion, I mean, it still looks bullish to me. If you ask me like wanted to ask me how it looks like to me. So I'll just, what I'll do here is I will identify some structures around this area. So we got a structure right there, and then another structure right there. So looking at this from a short-term perspective, this is just short-term. So keep in mind, this is short-term. So what I want to see here is I would want to see, like, if you want to take a buy here, actually, I wouldn't even take the buy now. If we get the sell signal right here, it's going to shift. But this right here, I don't think this would be I wouldn't mess with Nasdaq right now, honestly, because there's like a lot of uncertainty here. Because the same thing happened with Nasdaq, right? Same with US 30. We were looking for the sell here, but then Nasdaq ended up pushing up when it shouldn't have been going up because of the indexes. Yeah, I know it has been being strange all week, bouncing from either side. It's been like that for US 30 as well, Orion. So I personally wouldn't mess with it right now, because you just want to see where it goes from here, right? Let me see if I could I'll just take everything off the chart and let's see how it was moving from open. So from market open right here, 630, you can see it was bullish, right? It looks like it's now coming down. So looking at this here, generally, the indices, they move one direction, like halfway through market. So looking at this right here, like US 30 can do one of two things. It can either come back down to where it originally was down here, or it can, just retrace down a little bit and then shoot back up further, right? That's why I wouldn't really want to mess with it, because I don't really have any confirmation as to which direction it'll be going. I just find it a little risky, not a little bit, a lot of risky actually, because looking at the Nasdaq right here, if you look at the Nasdaq 100 index over here and you see which stocks are doing well, majority of them are in the red, right? So all of them are in the red right here. And this is how it was this morning. Like they were all in the red, but for whatever reason, the Nasdaq was pushing up. Like it pushed up heavily, even though all the stocks were doing shitty. Now it's starting to come back down. So I think now it's probably going to correct back down where it was originally down here. Actually, on this area right here. So it'll probably correct down to here, but it's not something that I would really want to play with because it is Friday and you never know, like price can come down. And then when you least expect it, it can just spike all the way back up, right? So I personally would hold off on it, Orion, unless you really want to trade it. I would take it for a sell because if you look at the index here, majority of these stocks are red right now and they're heavily red. Like this is negative 8% for Skyworks. And then same over here with Dexcom, it's negative 6%. So if you're looking at it from a fundamental perspective, I think it's going to drop. But like like you mentioned, and like I mentioned, the market has just been moving a little weird all week with regard to indices. So other than that, I think that's it for this session, guys. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to reach out to me on Telegram. I'll be online for a bit. I'll just be doing some back office stuff because I need to finish up everything that we've done this week. I'm going to put the results together, and then we'll see what the net positive results were for this week. So other than that, guys, thanks for showing up. Have a great weekend. Be safe, and I'll be back here Sunday evening for our weekly chart analysis and maybe for some scalps if we see anything available. But if you guys have any questions, I'll be available on Telegram, so just message me on there if you have anything. And yeah, after today's crazy market conditions, we're going to go ahead and bounce right back up next Sunday. So other than that, guys, catch you guys later. Have a great weekend and be safe. I'll see you guys here on Sunday.